Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world this evening. Welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. This is an unscheduled broadcast. I don't normally go live at this time, but I'm in the middle of a conversation now with Dr. Craig Wright. Dr. Craig Wright is the so-called inventor, Satoshi Nakamoto, of Bitcoin, and we're having a conversation here on my Twitter channel, which is very interesting. I'm having a really deep conversation with Dr. Craig Wright right now. So if you'd like to ask me to ask him a question, please feel free to hop on to my Twitter account right now. I'm new to Twitter. I don't normally use it. I tend to spend most of my time on YouTube. But if you'd like to join in the conversation, go below this video in the description and you'll find my link to Twitter. It is quite simply twitter.com/Martyn Investor. That's Martyn with a Y. You can see it on the screen there, Martyn Investor. And I'm live now talking to Dr. Craig Wright, and this is the conversation we are having right now. And I've asked him several questions, and we're having a nice conversation. So if there's anything you particularly want me to ask Dr. Craig Wright, please hop on to my Twitter account, or you might like to leave a question here. In fact, I have some people now joining in. I have Moe Miller. Good evening. How are you, Moe? Welcome to my channel. And this is a special broadcast. We're talking to Craig Wright, Dr. Craig Wright, who is alleged to be the inventor. It's still quite controversial whether you believe that or not. We'd like to get your comments so you can put them to me and I can share them with him. So we're having a nice conversation. This is happening live right now. If I share with you the screen here where we're having the conversation, this is my Twitter account. And let's just go into my last comment. I said, surely we should all be together when it comes to crypto. That's half the problem. People are all in competition with each other, all quite selfish. That's the problem with FTX, greed. And he said there is no together. There is competition. One will scale, the rest end. That was one of his comments to me just some moments ago. And I will, as I'm talking to you now live, I will continue to talk to Craig Wright. This is a personal broadcast this evening. Hello there, says Kevin Graham, to the moon, you said. Right, so I'm going to go back to Dr. Craig Wright now, Satoshi Nakamoto, and let him know I'm talking to you, and you can join in with the conversation. So I'm going to go back now. As you can see, this is on my phone right now. And I'm about to communicate with Dr. Craig Wright once again. And as he replies to me, you can join into this conversation. If it's your very first time here and you're new to the channel, thumbs up the video if you want to help this get to more people. And subscribe and ring the bell. That'd be very, very nice indeed. There you go. Let us know you're here. Okay, let me go back now to Dr. Craig Wright. And I will share let him know that we are live here on my channel. And you can perhaps put your questions to him. What do you think? Do you think Craig Wright is the real Satoshi? Do you think it makes any difference? Do you really care? But all I care about is helping people around the world come together with their crypto. So many people are confused, and so many people don't know what's going on. And hopefully tonight we might get some answers. So anyway, let me have a quick look and let me refresh my screen here a minute. Update a few things. There we go. You can see I'm actually live on my show right there, look. And if you want to comment to this broadcast, you can. There's my latest comment though, from Dr. Craig Wright. So let me go into that right now and reply. Just bear with me. So this is happening live. Hi Kevin, good evening. Kevin Graham over on Facebook. Come and join us on YouTube. Lovely to have you here. We're having a live conversation with Dr. Craig Wright, Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor and creator of Bitcoin. All right, so I'm looking down at my phone. That's how I'm able to do this right now. And let me reply back. So I'm doing this live. We're having a live conversation. Okay. Hi, Doctor. We are live on YouTube right now. Join us As I share your comments and views with the world, I would love you to take part in our conversation on YouTube. There we go. As I share your comments and views with the world, I would love you to take part in our conversation right now. There we go. Take part in our conversation on YouTube. Let's see if he responds to that. Jonah Gold, good evening to you. I'll catch the replay working. Martin, here's one question. Why, before BSV and BCH even existed, why was Dr. Wright the only one fighting for big blocks on BTC? He was the only person wanting Bitcoin to scale. Okay, well, I'll put that to him, and you'll see that come up on the screen. I'll refresh this screen here now, and you should see my questions appear on here. As I ask these questions, they will update. So here we go. Let's see who responds. Just got a follow from Why Me. Thank you very much for taking part in our conversation tonight. Let me go back over to this screen here. If you've just tuned in, we're having a conversation this evening with Dr. Craig Wright, who is the inventor, creator, coder, whichever way you like to put it, of Bitcoin. And we're having a private conversation tonight. I say private because I'm very new to Twitter. I've got a very small account. So it's just a one-on-one conversation that I'm having with him. And you can put your thoughts to him as well. If you'd like to be able to talk directly to the creator of Bitcoin, you can join in. It's a very interesting conversation. So you can now see my latest tweet has appeared at the top. Okay, let me bring that up now. I'll go back to this last comment. Why Me has just liked the comment. Thank you so much indeed. Let me go back to my last comment. Waiting for another response. Moe Miller, just like you did with Kurt. Yeah, we had Kurt on the show. We have actually got another guest joining us very shortly. Mr. Agut, who is the creator, CEO, co-founder of Handcash. He's actually joining me on the show on Friday. Alex Agut. That'll be very, very interesting as well. So that's coming up shortly. KK2, I am in too. Good evening to you, KK2. How are you? We're in the middle of a conversation here with Dr. Craig Wright. I'm having a personal conversation with Dr. Craig Wright, who is the inventor of Bitcoin, creator of Bitcoin, and you might like to join in. And if you'd like to put your questions to him, you can, and you can see it there live on my Twitter. If you'd like to get involved in the Twitter conversation, it's twitter.com/Martyn Investor. You can see it on the screen right now. If I zoom into you, you can actually join into the conversation there, or the links are below this video. If you'd like to go and do it that way, you can. Okay, so there you go. I asked Kurt to come on your show. I can ask Dr. Wright as well if you need that to be. Mo Miller, yeah, that'd be fantastic. I'm just talking to him now. Thank me by using a Bitcoin and BTC, says Dr. Craig Wright right now. I will for the family. Thank you, KK2. Thank you so much indeed. Let me refresh the screen so you can see what I'm saying here and bring you up to date with this conversation. Let me go into this comment here. I asked Dr. Wright, I said, surely here lies the problem. When we have competition, there is greed, there is manipulation, and that's exactly what caused the FTX collapse. That was half the problem. So, and he says FTX was not competitive or open. Let's all be friends. Let's BS ends at FTX. That's what he said, which I totally agree with. So let's come back to that conversation. Let's see if I can get him actually get him to call in. That'd be absolutely great. I'll go back to him again now. I'm actually honoured that he's actually taken the time to reply to me, which is very, very interesting. So I'll continue this conversation, probably off air. It's easy for me to talk directly with him off air, and then you can actually join in on Twitter. So I'll end this stream in a few moments. This is my conversation I'm having right now. There is no together. There is competition. One will scale, the rest end. That's what he just said to me. So, Michael Saylor actually commented, "Thank you, Satoshi." And Craig Wright says, "Thank me by using Bitcoin and not BTC." So that's and I commented to that. Dr. Wright, how does it feel to be the creator of Bitcoin when the majority of the world don't believe you? I'd love to know how that feels. I really would. Can you imagine? You create Bitcoin, and half the world don't take you seriously. Imagine what that feels like. I'd like to get his thoughts on that. Anyway, if you've just tuned in, this is a live broadcast. I'm having a private conversation with Dr. Craig Wright, and if you would like to put your questions to him through me, please feel free. You can come onto my Twitter account, which is twitter.com/Martyn, which is spelt with a Y, investor, or you can just go at Martyn Investor as well, if you'd like to do it that way. All the links are below this video. I'd love to get your thoughts, and I can put those to Dr. Craig Wright. This Friday, actually, I'm actually getting Alex Agut, who is the CEO and co-founder of Handcash, on the show on Friday. That's 9 a.m. If you'd like to be part of that conversation, then you can. All right, so just going to go and update you on the screen right now. This was the conversation I had some moments ago. And I just invited Dr. Craig Wright to join us on the show. He may not be in a position to do so, but I just thought I would invite him anyway. One thing he said to me here, which I thought was quite interesting, he commented, "I create, that is it. I have thousands of inventions, many more than Bitcoin, so the rest is noise." I'd love to know what he means by that. So we're waiting for a response to come in from that, on that point as well. Right, I am getting some responses now. Let me have a quick look. Let's see, some moments ago. All right, let me share this with you. I'll bring this on the screen right now. This has just come in, a tweeter. "This is how you know Dr. Craig Wright is Satoshi. The real deals of the world don't." Whoops, a daisy. We don't want to share swearing like that. Sorry about that. We're not interested in sharing stuff like that. So if anyone swears, we don't really share it. We're not interested in that. We just want good quality, intelligent conversation, not bad language. I know a lot of YouTubers will do that, but we don't want to do that. We'd rather use decent language, decent communication, not just shouting and swearing. So I'll ignore that. If you want to offer a decent conversation, I would love to share that. But we're not just doing shouting and swearing. That's not what this channel is all about. Okay. Jonah Gold, thank you very much, Jonah, for your follow here. Thank you so much indeed. I've just had that come through onto my Twitter account. Thank you, Jonah. I think you're right at the top. There you are. Thank you ever so much indeed for following me here. If you've got a question, please feel free to put that to me, and I will address that to Dr. Craig Wright. Thank you very much indeed. Let's see if he comes back to me. So if you just tuned in, we're talking to Dr. Craig Wright, who is the creator and inventor of Bitcoin. And later on this week, on Friday, in fact, we have Alex Agut at 9 a.m. He'll be joining us, as he is the co-founder and CEO of Handcash. He'll be on the show live with me. And if you are watching and you'd like to be on the show right now, you can actually appear on the show. If you go into the live chat, you can actually be with us as well. Moe Miller just said, Robinhood, Coinbase, etc., all have all these bucket shops are selling the crypto, the public crypto they don't own or have. I buy my Bitcoin off Robinhood, and I've removed it and I've put it all on my ledger. So I own the keys. Remember, when you move your crypto off the exchange, you don't actually put your crypto on a ledger. What you do is just take the keys away, and now you have the keys, not the exchange. You have the keys. So the coin, the asset, always remains on the blockchain. That's like, just think of it as the internet. It doesn't come off there. It lives there. You just have the keys to access it. So currently, my Bitcoin is all on my ledger. At least the keys are, and that's how I've done it. So I found Robinhood a great way to buy it. It seemed to be a very cost-effective way of buying my Bitcoin. Anyway, I think Dr. Craig right now is a little bit quiet. He's no longer with us. He might pop in again. Hence why, if you join me over on my Twitter account, you can continue this conversation. So I'm going to leave you. Have a wonderful evening. It is unusual for me to come on at this time in the evening, but I just wanted to share with you what was happening tonight. So thank you for taking part. Please share this video with your friends. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, you can. And here was the conversation just here, and we will continue the conversation. Let me just see if anything else has been said. See, I said to him, surely here lies the problem when there is competition, because it's all about, it's not about, surely it shouldn't be about money and greed, even though this is money, of course. It should be about, if we're bringing something to the world that is going to benefit people, money will take care of itself. But if we're just competing, as we seem to be right now, everyone's competing that their coin is better than someone else's. We're all shouting at each other and nothing's getting solved. And that partly, I think, is the problem. When we can all come together and work as one, I think everybody will win. The FTX collapse, as you can see here. Let's be friends. Let's all be friends. The BS ends as FTX. I mean, that's it. I think it's a good thing that that FTX collapsed, personally, because at the end of the day, it's now drawn attention to the fact that the exchanges, majority, are all scammers. They're just there for themselves, and that's the problem. There's nothing wrong with the technology or the crypto itself. It's just numbers on a screen. It's the people that run it and feel they can manipulate people, and of course we're all to blame, because we're all just looking to make money quickly without doing anything. I hope I'm not. That's the very opposite of the way I think, but a lot of the world does think like that. Until we can rinse that out of the system, which is basically what's happening now with FTX going down the toilet. Sadly, a lot of people lost their money, which is why I've been saying ever since I started this, take your money off the exchanges. You know, it's a good thing it's happened, really, long term. Moe Miller just said, very nice to hear that. Do you have a wallet on Robinhood? Then you have your keys. Then you take, yes, with Robinhood, let me show you. With Robinhood, I have my own wallet, and I removed it to my ledger. There's my ledger on the screen right there. Look, there it is. That's what I use. That might not focus because it's, there you go. If I turn it that way, you can see that's my ledger. Yeah, you can kind of see, there you go, ledger, see it? Okay, so I've transferred all my crypto onto my ledger, and of course it's not on there, it's just simply the keys. Also, would this work for BSV? Yes, it does. You have to use you have to use Bitcoin Cash if you want to transfer your BSV to your ledger. You have to have the the Bitcoin Cash app, which you can get, which I've got on mine. I currently, at this moment in time, haven't transferred my BSV. I have some BSV as well. I haven't transferred it onto my ledger just yet, but all I've got, it take me 2 minutes. All I've got to do is add the app. I've got the BTC app. I need to add the Bitcoin Cash app, and that is what I can use for the BSV. So yeah, that's how you do that. And it costs a few cents. There's a bit of a network fee, which has gone up recently because everyone's trying to do it. But once you've done that, then you're good to go. You can just leave it there. And the idea then is if you just leave it on your ledger, which I think people are going to start to do, then essentially Bitcoin can only go up in value because there'll be less people selling it, which will drive up the buying. People will start to lose their ledgers. Human beings will. They'll forget their passwords. Human beings will. And it's a sad fact, but it's true. And that Bitcoin will be locked up forever on people's wallets. And of course, then it'll become more scarce as time goes by. So just leave it there. And now the argument for other coins that have better use cases, for me, I've never felt that's really important. I can send money to anyone, anywhere around the world for free, and it's dead easy. I mean, a few pence. So I've no issue with using. I've got ways to do that without crypto. I use credit cards to buy my things with, and I don't pay any interest. It's easy. It's got fraud guarantee. I get money back on my purchases. So what's easier? What's the need for crypto other than saving for the future? I don't know if there is a use case for it. But anyway, my opinion has changed over time. I seem to be able to do everything I needed to do before and after. Nothing's really benefited me in any way having crypto other than holding it as one of my assets. Anyway, there we go. My conversation with Dr. Craig right now hang on a minute. Let me have a look. That was so helpful. Thank you so much, Mo Miller. You're very, very welcome. Let me have a look. I think our conversation with Dr. Craig Wright has ended right now. I will pick it up later and see if I can continue the conversation. Be interested if I can get him on the show. I have invited him, but it was nice that I could have a conversation for a brief while here on Twitter. Anyway, if you'd like to follow me and look below this video, you will find the link to my Twitter account. You can join in and follow me there. Got a question here very quickly from Moe Miller. In New York, we still don't have a Robinhood wallet. Oh. I don't know why that is. I know I was one of the first to get it, but I thought everybody had it now. So you've bought it on Robinhood, but you haven't got your own wallet. They're still in full control of it, right? That's what you're saying. If that's the case, I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize everybody didn't have a wallet, but I have a wallet. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go. This is a late night show. I don't normally come on at this time, but I just wanted to share with you our private conversation I was having with Dr. Craig Wright. Hello everyone, Theodore Rolls just tuned in. So rewind this video if you've just got here to the end, find out what this was all about. If you want to take part in our conversation then with the creator of Bitcoin, Dr. Craig Wright, Satoshi Nakamoto, you can join in my conversation, which I will continue to have throughout the evening. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you back on Monday for the live shows. And between now and then, take care of yourselves and each other.